We are live. JT here. Welcome to The Huddle. The Huddle is where I sit down with successful people from the world of sport and coaching. It's to learn more about their journey to greatness. Why do I have these conversations? Because success always leaves clues. I want to take a moment to thank you. Whether you are watching with us live as we stream into our Facebook community, whether you are watching the replay on YouTube, whether you are listening to the audio on the podcast, thank you so much for being here with me and my special guest today. And what I want to challenge you to do is to keep that mind open. The mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's wide open. And I guarantee you that if your mind stays open, you will take away a valuable nugget of wisdom that will help you win at the game of life. I've been looking forward to my conversation with my special guest today. I've known him for a little bit of time, we'll say. And over the years, I have really watched him. I first had the pleasure of coaching him when he came out for football as a grade 9. And then throughout high school, coached him and watched him transition into one of the leaders of our football program at Banting Secondary School. And then right after school, he came up and started coaching with me and became a coaching colleague. In that process, he has become a friend. He has, transformed into someone I've worked with in coaching. And more importantly, he's truly someone that I feel has become family. My guest in the huddle today is an offensive assistant coach and football operations assistant at Queen's University. My guest in the huddle today is Travis Dezan. How are you today, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. It's a pretty big honor joining this big podcast you have going here. I love speaking live with you, and I love what you do. I love what you stand for. So I cannot wait to see where this conversation takes off to.
Yeah, definitely, brother. Well, hey, I want to take a moment. I'm big on gratitude, and I really want to take a moment to send you some gratitude. Brother, I cannot tell you how blessed I am to have been a part of your life, but that you still allow me to be part of your life here. So I just really want to thank you for that and for sharing some time with me in the huddle today.
Hey, you got it. Thank you for still being part of my life. I love it. Love it.
So one of the first things that I like to do in the huddle is to remind people that life is a game and games are supposed to be fun. Now, we've known each other for a long time, but I'm curious, what is an interesting fact, some may say a quirk, that maybe a lot of people don't know about you that you would feel comfortable sharing with our audience?
Yeah, for sure. It's funny, I knew this question was coming. I was trying to prepare for it best I could. And I just kind of go with it. So I always talk to my fiance, Kristen. I was like, there's one skill I wish I had was I wish I could sing and sing really good, right? So I can just blow up, complete that perfect package, having everything, just be able to sing. I think that's one of the skills I wish I could do. And that's the most quirky thing that I can think of. That's kind of funny. That's a little out there so people can kind of get a little different view of Travi here. Yeah, I wish I could sing.
Okay. Hey, well, I will be those words of encouragement, right? It's one of those things, right? Practice, focused and consistent practice, right? That's how we create change. So, maybe there's a singing career deep within inside of you that we'll bring to the surface. Maybe we'll serenade some people at the end of our conversation.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen today.
Okay.
But yeah. But yeah, we can definitely think of something in the near future. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love it. So, brother,
Yeah.
you have had sports has obviously played an important role for you in your life, right? We came to meet obviously through our passion for football in grade 9. And I still, I know we laugh about it, but I still remember one of the first conversations that we had that still, reminds me of the man you were as a grade 9, how we actually built that connection, right? About, I still remember making you smile and laugh, and that same laugh that I'm seeing, that same smile that I'm seeing right now is the same smile, right? Where I reminded you about, wearing your brand new Air Force Ones on the sideline on a wet, rainy day is probably not a great way to endear yourself to mom. So sport has obviously played a pivotal role for you in your life. You were first a great athlete, and then you transitioned once you were done into coaching at the high school level. And then you had some opportunities to see at the youth sport level. And now you're in this process where you are coaching full time in the youth sport level, and you just started this year. I'm curious, what role has sport played for you in your life? And what would you say has probably been the biggest takeaway that, that lesson you still apply to your life today?
Yeah, that's a really big question, and it's a really great question too, right? So the world of sport, it's so tough to really simple it down to like a situation, one moment. But sport has been so impactful on not just my life, but all the people around me, all my friends, all my families. We've always been around some way, shape, or form in some sort of sport. And I think sport is one of the best ways to really connect with other people, to really find out who you really are. It really prepares you for life in the future, right? You're going to face a lot of adversity in sport. You're going to face a lot of lows, a lot of highs in sport, right? No matter what sport you're playing. And, football has been that one sport that I've always stuck to, that I've always been so attracted to. And the reason why I say that, because it is the most diverse sport in the world. Anyone from anywhere, any shape and size, no matter who they are, has a role on a football team. Okay. Rather if it's the equipment manager, whether if it's the quarterback, head coach, the coaches. Doesn't matter who it is, male, female, any race, there's a role on the football team for them. And I think that's what really stuck with me for sport.
So it sounds like this idea of like inclusivity, right? About bringing people from all different backgrounds, all body shapes, all different roles. That's something that it's interesting that you bring that up, because that is one of the beauties of football, right? At the same time, you can have a 300-pound lineman, and then right beside him, you have a 140-pound DB. So I'm curious, that lesson of inclusivity, how has that applied as you've continued to transition away from just being an athlete, like obviously into coaching, right? You have been in leadership roles at Canadian Tire for a long time. Like, how has that showed up for you in your life, that lesson of inclusivity?
Yeah. So a big thing for me is no matter what role I'm in or where I'm at or who I'm talking to, right? It really allows me to really dig in and listen to what make those people tick. And in the sport of football, I think I heard this a little bit from one of your podcasts, was everyone thinks it's just a man's game, right? But I think, again, football does a really good job including other people. I believe there's a couple female coaches now in the NFL. There's a couple of female coaches in the OUA and the AUS, all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of female trainers that are training these football players to prepare for the game. And again, it's very important in life to really get inclusive, to really include others, because you really don't know what the result could be unless you really give it a chance, right? So I think that's the biggest thing. Being inclusive has allowed me to earn a coaching position at a university level. Mm-hmm. Where in the past, where you needed to have that experience to become a university coach, right? I didn't coach football past high school, right? I had a couple opportunities to learn from university coaches,
Mhm.
Well, this is the first time I really am coaching university football, and I'm learning lots. And for them to be inclusive, to include someone like myself, is super impressive, and I'm super grateful that I get those opportunities. Right, being inclusive allowed me to join this huddle today. Right, so I can speak all day about that, but just keep it simple for now. Yeah.
Well, and two things really jumped out as you were sharing. One of the things, I know inclusivity is a big topic right now, right, in the world. It's that day and age we're living in, where people are becoming aware of some of the problems of the past. And I really do feel you have a lot of great servant-based leaders that are trying to create solutions. And an interesting fact I heard was that if you take a look even at the pinnacle of the game, or what people view as a pinnacle, the NFL, if you look at the growth of the NFL over the last couple decades, the growth has actually come that 47% of them are actually females. So like you said, the game has this illusion of being a quote unquote man's game, but really there are segments of the population, women especially, they're showing that there's a demand, right, to be a part of it. And that just shows, right, in just that simple stat. But what I love also that you shared is opportunity came up a few times. So you have recently been blessed with this coaching diversity award through Queen's University. So I'm curious, what has it been like as you've transitioned into becoming a youth sport coach? And what has this, opportunity done for you? Like, what has been like your biggest takeaway so far?
Yeah, when Steve Snyder called me and said there's this new thing that Queens is doing, not just Queens, but OUA is doing with the EDI, including a lot more different people, right? Giving people opportunity. And right away, I smiled and I was just like, this is the opportunity that I've been waiting for a long time, right? Again, I've been doing this for 10 years. I was coaching while I was in high school. I was doing all that stuff to kind of get the opportunity to really progress as a coach, to really learn things. But when that opportunity hit, and this award, right, is just huge, and the award is not just for me, right? It's for a lot of people. But that award specifically for Queens only works if people like the alumni come together and they make this fund that allows me to, live in an apartment for the first year for free, to gain this opportunity to learn from such great coaches at Queens like Steve Snyder, Tom Flaxman, Matt Nesbitt, Ryan McManus, many more. There's so many guys on that coaching roster that builds that culture, right? So there's so many things that have been taken away from it that I've learned, right? And they've also learned from me by including someone like myself that, some guys like myself can coach. Some guys like myself, they want in that locker room, they want in that coaching trailer, learning and giving ideas and really progression as a program, right? So that award is huge, right? But I think it helps other programs to kind of see it as well, right? Helps me, but I think it's helping everyone else around me even more, which is awesome.
Well, and you bring up, a great point. And one of the things I heard from you was, you really are, and we've talked about this, you are a vehicle, right? You're a messenger. You are giving people hope for what's possible, right? When as cliches as you go all in. And the one thing I love that you talked about, and this is what I feel Coach Snyder and the coaching staff, including you, do a great job of at Queens, is creating the culture, right? And I love the saying of the OKG. And really for our listeners, this really, like, what is culture, right? Because culture is something that gets talked a lot about in sports. But culture, as you know, it's a group way of thinking. And very often, old ways of thinking just create the same old, right? Like if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I'm curious from you, as you've got into an environment where the culture, they have this understanding of, no, we are creating a culture. Like, we are bringing new people, we're giving opportunities for people to sit at the table, right? To offer new ways of thinking, new ideas. What has that been like for you, being sort of immersed in that kind of environment, a very growth-centric environment?
Yeah, you said it right there. It really forced me to level up. It really did, right? Coaching at the high school level is amazing. Like, the reward from there is just seeing young guys, follow their path. Maybe football ends with them, but they go to university. They're doing great things past it. But really, what it did for me was, you think that a lot of things about football or how a program should run, but it really forced me quickly right now to level up, to be the best I could right now, and just, whatever I have to offer, just do the best I could do. Right. And, at first I was a little nervous because it's new to me, made me feel uncomfortable, which is good. Right. As you know, for me, I try my best every single day to fail. Sounds crazy, but I try to double my failure rate. I try to feel uncomfortable. That way it forces me to level up, become a better Travis, better Coach Dezan, whatever it may be, better father, better husband, better dog owner, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But being in that room and that growth mindset every single day, those guys and myself, we're trying to get better as people, trying to get better as coaches. We're doing better every single day, and it's really showing up now for those guys and us. Right? Undefeated season, we're going strong. We have opportunity to play a lot of football, right? Which is amazing. But at the same time, we have a lot more opportunity to be together a lot more and to really progress as people. So it's very, very, very awesome that all these things are starting to show up. And, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
It's interesting. Like, what I really heard from you is, this is why I'm a firm believer that you're such a great servant-based leader, is that you understand that it starts and ends with you first, right? That you must be willing to lead yourself first before you can effectively lead others. And what I often talk about is the best leaders are ones that only preach what they are willing to consistently practice themselves. So I'm curious for you, you brought up this idea of, like, you challenge yourself to get uncomfortable every single day in all areas. Developing that habit, from your experience, why is that so important for anyone in the game of life?
Yeah. So in the past, I would just do whatever I feel comfortable doing, going to work, coaching, going home, whatever it is. But once you kind of allow yourself to open up and give yourself more opportunities to learn different things or try different things, because you really don't know until you try it. You really don't know until you know. Right? So whatever it is making you feel comfortable, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, try something different, jump on a podcast, jump on a live, whatever it is that makes you feel uncomfortable, try it out, right? Maybe it doesn't work out for you, doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, that's going to make you as a person better. If you're doing something that's going to be challenging you, that's going to force you to face that adversity, it's going to challenge you just to be the level up right now. That's when you start seeing progressions in your life. That's when you start seeing new things showing up. And that's when you start getting more confident, more calm in those uncomfortable situations. Right. And I found for me personally was once I started doing that more, started doing different things more, my life started progressing faster and faster and faster. More things are showing up, different opportunities are showing up, different job opportunities are showing up. So, it's been a pretty fun past, say, 18 months, we'll say. It's all been just an amazing journey of just growth, not just for me, but for my fiance, right, as well, right? As you know, 6 weeks ago, we had our first kid, which is amazing, our first daughter, Layla. And I've learned so much already just from her, her being 6 weeks or 7 weeks, she doesn't even realize it, right? I've learned to be more loving, more caring, just showing emotion a bit more for her. And then, you know, I can't wait to see her grow and flourish into the beautiful woman that she's going to be, and to see how I handle as a father to make sure I'm doing the right things for her, right? So it's been amazing.
And, you know, as you were describing that, I've just been thinking about your journey over the last 18 months and how things have just picked up, right? Like more opportunities are coming your way. So I'm curious, it seemed like risk taking, right? Like you started embracing taking risks. And I love how you talk about like, it's prompted you to level up. So what was that catalyst for you? What was that inspiration for you to really start embracing risk? Because it sounds like you said before you used to kind of stay in the comfort zone, right? I think we're all to a degree programmed and conditioned to seek out what's safe and comfortable. What was that catalyst for you that said, like I'm starting to take more risk, I'm starting to get uncomfortable, and yeah, I'm all in, baby.
Yeah, literally all in. The first thing was obviously doing the mentorship, the program, the coaching through you.
Mm-hmm.
That was the pinpoint of when you really started seeing changes. Mm-hmm. But the thing was, what I used to go by is like, I need to know all the answers. I got to have all the notes down. I need to know exactly what's going to happen step by step by step by step. Once I stopped trying to make things perfect every single time, mm-hmm. and just kind of just went with it, just go. That was when it was just like, holy crap, this is a lot of fun. And it's actually not that hard. Very easy, very simple concept. Just if you get inspired by something, do it. Mm. And I think the most crazy thing that I've done so far, obviously, was, you know, dropping everything in London, everything that I had, and just moving to Kingston to get the opportunity to coach football at Queens. Mm-hmm. And if you want to talk about sacrifice, it's not just for me. Like Kristen did the same thing. They're having a newborn baby. She's pregnant. Mm-hmm. Moving to total new cities. We haven't been out of London for 26 years. Been in my whole life. Mm-hmm. Moving our family, our growing family, to Kingston. Moving to an apartment. Coaching all the time. Doing all this stuff. And it really has made me grow. And it really has been absolutely such a joy seeing everything around me just flourish and seeing people smile because they're happy because I'm doing what I love to do, which is to coach. Mm-hmm. Not to coach football, but just to coach and mentor young men to become their best selves, mm-hmm. and help them find their path to greatness, whatever which way we want to put it. And, you know, it's been, shouldn't say a linear pattern. It's been a lot of bumps in the way. There's been a lot of tough moments on the way, but those tough moments really created the person I am. Those tough moments really challenged me to persevere, punch adversity in its face, and really move on. Because what I've gained to learn is that, you know, there's no pause button in life. No matter what happens, life happens, life moves forward. Life does not wait for you. You got to take control. You got to be that vehicle, take control of that steering wheel, and then you decide where you want to go, where do you really want to be? And that's what really started input in my mind was, this is where I want to go. Mm-hmm. Might be a little bit of bumps, might be some detours, but I bet you that I'm going to be there. Mm-hmm. I bet on myself. That's it.
I love that. And what I really heard from you, it came up a few times, is the idea of, you know, something we've talked about before, is your only responsibility in life is to get clear on what you want. Right? That's it. Like, what is it that you want? What is it that you really want? How it happens is none of your concern. And what I would challenge everyone to think about this is, as soon as you ask the question, how, what's going to happen next is your mind's going to come up with all the reasons why you shouldn't do something. It's going to just create all this doubt and worry in your mind. Like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to move to Kingston, right? Where am I going to live? Da, da, da. And it just starts coming up with and starts talking, your mind, literally your old conditioning talks you out of doing the one thing that you truly want to do. So I love that you're talking about clarity, right? The importance, like you have to be clear on where you want to go first and foremost. So I'm curious, and I want to dive a little bit deeper. As you have become more clear with where you want to go, and you have began to ask for it, and you began to follow it up with the focus, the consistent and focused actions to make it happen, what has the journey been? Like, has it just been smooth sailing where you're always safe and comfortable? Like, I'd really love if you shared with our audience, like, what has that been like?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. It's been all over the map, right? And when I say all over the map, it's been good, right? There are times where you really kick yourself, like, do I really want to do this? Is this something that I really want to do? But every time I've asked myself that, it's just like, yes, that's what I want to do. Yes, that's what I want to do. And I found my why, and I found my purpose.
Yeah.
And at that point, no matter what was the left or right of me, whatever was behind me, nothing else mattered. Mm-hmm. All that mattered was I'm doing what I want. I'm going to get to where I want to go. Doesn't matter how, doesn't matter when, how long it takes. But at the end of the day, it's what's making me happy. It's what's making me show up my best self for myself. But when I'm at my best, I'm at my best for the players that I coach, mm-hmm. my colleagues, mm-hmm. baby Layla, mm-hmm. fiance, mm-hmm. family, everything, right? So once I started realizing that, this is what I love, it's making me smile every day. I wake up every single morning happy. No matter how the day was the day before, it was a new day, new beginning. And I was able to really start being myself, start being the person that I need to be, right? I'm doing what I have to do, right? So I can do what I want to do. And It's been absolutely an amazing journey.
Yeah. So it sounds like you discovered that it's bigger than you. Like the impact of spending your days doing what you love impacts more than just you. It impacts everyone around you in a more positive way. Okay. So my question is, you talked a lot about how you're doing what you love. What have you noticed as you have more and more gone towards and really become open to what do I want and moving towards that, as opposed to sort of running away from what you don't want? Like, what have you found?
Yeah, that's good because, a couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to do what I'm doing now at a different program. And, I did it for a little bit. I was having fun. It was amazing. And then this old me kicked in. It was just like, I got nervous. I got too uncomfortable. I was like, I just dropped it off. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I'll go back to what I love doing this. I'm going to do that instead. I still kicked my butt a little bit on that one, just because if I would have done what I'm doing now a couple years ago, where would I have been today? That's living in the past. Not worried about it now. But now I know where I'm at. Now I know where I need to be is right here. And it's been good. And like I said, I just know where I need to be, right? And I know where I want to be. And I'm happy that I'm able to, kind of create that new path that some people wish they can take. Now they can take it. Because why not me? Why not you? Right? Mm-hmm. That's a big thing that I say now. Is like, why not me?
Yeah.
I don't do it. Someone else is going to do it. So why not me? So I encourage the same people that listen. Like, if you really have something that you really want to do, why not you? Okay. Other people have done it. You can do the same thing, or you can do it better. What do you want?
It's interesting as you share that. And, I was thinking about our conversation, right? When we set this up, I was thinking about how life is really all divine timing. And I love how you talked about it. Yeah, there was an opportunity a few years ago, but the truth of the matter is you weren't ready. You weren't ready to receive it yet. And no, and I love that you said, yeah, it's not, it just is, right? Like I wasn't. The interesting part I had though was you took that experience and you became open to it. And why I've been reflecting on that this week is I still remember that the person who still offered you that opportunity is now offered you a new opportunity, right? And I thought back to, I still remember having a conversation with Coach Snyder, 2013, in your last year at Banting before a Thanksgiving game versus Lucas, right? Like how poetic is that Coach was at another school out east. He was asking about recruiting you to play university football. I was coaching at a school where I ended up then transitioning to the head coach. And I still remember him asking me about you and saying, yeah, what's up with Travis Dezan? And those seeds were planted. And here we are 8 years later. And now you are part of his coaching staff. So I'm curious, like, as you reflect back, as I share that story with you, what are your thoughts on how life sort of unfolds?
Yeah, it's a small world out there, that's for sure. But it's definitely, yeah, I like the way that you put it, right? So Steve Snyder, he's the guy that gave me this opportunity. He's the guy that gave me an opportunity a couple years ago, and he also gave me an opportunity a couple years before that. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely someone that's motivated me to do the best that I could. And he's definitely he's an inspiring person, right? He's really good at what he does. What you see is what you get truly from him. No matter who he's talking to, he talks to everyone the same, right? He holds everyone at the highest standard. He holds himself at the highest standard, Q standard. And, and he holds me at that standard, right? So it's definitely, he definitely saw something in me that I didn't know about. He definitely has believed in me that I didn't believe in myself at. So when he gave me this opportunity, it's like, I got to take it. No, this is it. He sees something, he knows something.
Yeah.
Have something that I can show and give to other people.
Yeah.
So when he called me, I was at a Babies R Us shopping for me. 7:30. Steve Snyder's calling me. I pick up. This is what I have for you. Do you want to do it? It's like, yeah. I was already in 20 seconds into the phone call. Right. Mm-hmm. Very happy.
Okay. So, what I really heard from you again is that, it's a great reminder that the best, the greatest teachers, coaches, mentors, leaders are people that find the greatness in others, as I often say, right? They see their strengths, their talents, their abilities, their gifts. And then the other part is they let them know that they see that in them, right? And as we've often talked about, that's leaving people with the impression of increase. So I'm curious for you. You are someone who has always, like I've always seen that ability to be a servant leader. I saw that in you even when you were 14 years old. I'm curious for you, from you, what role has coaching and mentorship played in your life? Even from like your earliest days to where it is now.
Yeah. It's always a learning battle with coaching. It's always a learning battle with mentoring people. But it has definitely allowed me to showcase what I bring, and it allowed me to inspire, people that I've coached, people that I've talked to. And I say this to people all the time, no matter who I'm talking to, whether it's on purpose or an accident, I am trying to inspire you to do something that you want to do. Whatever it is. I don't care what it is, as long as it's going to be helping and serving you, helping the community, making the world better, making yourself better, making people around you better. I want to help you get there. And, I found with coaching football, it was the most effortless way for me to do it. I was able to not only coach people to get better at the sport, become better athletes, become better student athletes, but it really allowed them to become truly who they wanted to be, what they wanted to do. I don't care if you want to be a rapper, or I don't care if you want to own a business. I don't care if you want to play professional sport. No matter what it is, I really want to help people get there. I really want to show people how to do it. And it's really allowed me to learn about myself a lot too, right? Because when I first started coaching, I was a pretty serious guy, just no emotion, just like, no, do this, that's it, right? And that's how I thought coaching football was, right? Now that you did that, now that McKay did that, another coaches did that, but that's how I thought football was. 1 second, I get a phone call, and I gained to learn it's more than just that. When you're really showing frustration to a player or to whoever you're talking to, it's really you not being prepared. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. The frustration is because you're not prepared for that moment. You're not ready to coach that guy. Mm-hmm. So it forces you to level up. You're going to have a lot of those moments where you're going to get frustrated, but don't get frustrated at the players. Get frustrated because you're just not there yet. As simple as that. You got to level up. Mm-hmm. You got to be better. Simple. Mm-hmm. And once I've learned that, is like, it's really about building a relationship with the guys, gaining that trust, right? Because you really are selling something every single day. And people only buy things if they know you, they like you, and they trust you. That's it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You get 3 things, you get that into one of the players, they're going to be playing the best football ever just because they enjoy being coached by you. They're doing their best because they want you to do well as well. So it's pretty much this selfless thing. This whole circle comes all the way back around. Mm-hmm. If you need to do bad comes to you. But if you keep doing good, the chances of good's going to come back to you. And I love it.
And I love how you sort of tied that in, right? Like you talked about, and this is something that, you know, I think of some of the great coaches we've had on here, that they've always talked about, like their first thing is, and I firmly believe this, is to love tough, right? Is you really have to focus on building those that trust first, like before. Like people have to know that you genuinely care and want to see them succeed. And you could really sort of sense your business background in the fact of, hey, selling someone on the idea, hey, this is you becoming the best version of yourself. They have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. So I love how you kind of parallel here that creating success as a coach, creating success in business, really creating success in the game of life when you're working with people. It's same principles, right? It's life is 95% mindset, 5% strategy.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's a perfect way to put it. You know, it's not a, you know, I don't like to say it anymore. It's easier said than done, right? I just like to just do now, right? I don't like to compare myself to other people. I like to be the best that I can be for other people, for myself right now. And it's definitely has worked wonders for me personally. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's just, as soon as I found what I love to do with this, the way the world is now, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things that other things that I could be doing, but I know what I want to do, right? You know, I had a lot of things going wrong in London when I was there. You know, I had my food business starting to spike. There's all these answers that I could have gave myself for the reason why I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah. This is like, it's okay here. It's good. Everything's going well, but it's about really progression and getting better, and just doing more, learning more, and force myself to level up. Mm-hmm. Get in that room, the same room as some of the greatest Canadian university coaches, football coaches in the world. Mm-hmm. There's no better opportunity than what I got. And I'm very, very grateful that I got it, right? It's been an honor. It's been a privilege to really be in the same room as those guys. And I'm doing my absolute best to make sure that I'm showing up every single day at my best, learning something new, doing something different, tackling something different, something new every single day, and really building that relationship with everyone, with the coaches, the players, the staff, the facility staff. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a janitor. I'm going to have a conversation with you. I'm hoping that I impress on to you that I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. Right. So, yeah.
It's interesting. Like one of the themes that's come up a few times as we've been talking is this idea of all successful, highly effective people, great leaders, great coaches, great teachers, great mentors in any area of life. They're fast and quick decision makers, right? And I think you said it best. You could have come up with 100 reasons why to stay there, right? Okay, my food services business is going is spiking, right? Okay, I'm about to have a baby in a few weeks. Boom. We just moved into a new house less than a year ago, and all these reasons why. And that's where I love that you said you just made a decision. No, I want to coach at the youth sport level. And because you got so laser focused on that, you were willing to do whatever it took to get there. So I'm curious, there's definitely people, out there that are watching this, that are listening to this, Travis, that are maybe they're in this space where they're humming and hawing, they're shooting on themselves, right? What I like to say, like, and folks, stop shooting on yourself. Like, should I or shouldn't I? Like, it's draining. Trust me, I played that game. It's no fun. It literally just drains your energy and enthusiasm. What would you tell someone that's maybe like, should I or shouldn't I? I want this. I'm not sure to do it. Like, what's that one piece of advice you would offer them?
Yeah. If you're having that thought of should I or shouldn't I have, that thought came up for a reason. That thought's trying to make you better. That thought is challenging you. That thought's trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's trying to make you feel comfortable. But really go towards what's uncomfortable. Really, whatever that thought is, if it's challenging you, challenge it back. Try it. You never know. You never know until you know, like I said. And, it's going to do great things for you. Okay. You're going to learn. You're just going to learn. That's it. You're not going to lose. You're going to win or you're going to learn. You're going to grow. Okay. If you fail, who cares? You failed. But now the next time you do it, you're going to be better at it. Mm-hmm. Or whatever the next thing you're going to do, you're going to be better at it. And it's very important to do what's going to be of service for you. Okay. Whatever you're talking about, whatever you're thinking about, make sure it's going to be something that's going to make you better. Right. And one of the things that I do personally now is I wake up extra early. Right. And I study myself. I write about myself. Okay. I write 10 things that I'm extremely grateful for. First thing, when I wake out of bed, I have a glass of water, 10 things that I'm grateful for. And then I write, what do I want? Right. And I say it in a way of, I already have it. Right. A lot of I ams. And it's another weird thing, a cool thing that I do is I say never more. Right. I use the word more, but I say it as like, I will never sell myself short. I will never not show my best self. Stuff like that. Right. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people don't like to use the word never, but there's ways that you could use it that can give power to you and give you that extra push, that extra oomph that sometimes you might need it. Right. Mm-hmm. So challenge yourself a little bit.
I love the simplicity of what you're sharing, brother, along that lines of keep it simple, as we often talk about, just that idea of like, just having that practice every morning of getting up and just writing down and bringing that clarity to your mind of just writing out exactly what you want, writing in the present tense, like how that just sort of like sets you, I think of like a launching pad, right? Like it just sets you off for the day so that you're clear, you're focused on where you're headed. So I love that, brother. So I'm curious, what can we do to help and support you and be of service to you with what you're growing? What's the best way people can connect with you, follow you?
Yeah. So you can add me on Facebook, Travis Dezan. On Instagram, you can search me up there. And those are the two ways that you can follow me, or you can message me anytime. I can share my email, all that fun stuff. I love having conversations with anyone. I really love learning about people. and what makes people really groove and tick, right? I like meeting new people, meeting new friends, you know, the conversation. You never know what could happen from the conversation, right? But I promise you, it wouldn't be the last conversation. I like staying connected. And, you know, the best way to help me really is to really do the best that you can for yourself every single day. I never wish bad on anyone. I really hope anyone that is listening to this, watching this, I don't know if it's live or on the podcast. I really hope that everyone's doing the best they can for themselves right now. They're not really worried about the past, not worried about the future, just be in the present. And that's the best way to help me. I like seeing people be successful, right? Not just wealth, but in health, good family, good love, everything. Reach out to me. Travis Dezan on Facebook, Travis Dezan on Instagram. Inbox me. I even share my cell phone number with you guys. It doesn't matter. Really want to get to know people.
I love it. Again, this is that always do your best, right? And it's such a, you know, just that simple idea can transform a day, can transform a week, can transform a life. So, brother, I want to take a moment to acknowledge you. I want to take a moment to acknowledge you for the man you are, you know, the great dad, you know, future husband, you know, the son, the coach, you know, the teacher, the mentor, but more importantly, for the amazing human being you are. You know, I'm so grateful and blessed that I've been able to see this amazing transformation over the last, you know, 13 years. And it continually blows me away just watching you reach your next level of greatness. And really what like really brings a smile, what brings joy to my heart is just knowing that you're just scratching the surface. Like I'm so enthused to see how things continue to, you know, show up for you, how things continue to manifest, how things are just going to continue to get better because you're so focused on, you know, growing yourself. So I just want to take that moment, brother.
Hey, likewise, man. Thank you, right? You've helped me the past 13 years, 14 years, however long it's been, but it's been a fun journey, right?
Yeah.
But I can definitely appreciate the kind words, and we're just starting. We're going to be doing a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely I can appreciate what you stand for as a man, as a person, as a father, as a mentor, as an old colleague, as a really good friend, as a family member. So I appreciate what you do, what you stand for, and I really hope that, you know, people start seeing this and people see what you do and how they can transform.
Yeah. Hey, brother, you know, again, I received those words, and that's the beauty, right? Of you know, what I say of peace. It's trusting that the people that need to see this, that need to hear this today, it's gonna find them. It just is. It's you know, and it's exactly gonna work out how it's supposed to. So here is my challenge to you. Coach dropped so many valuable nuggets of wisdom that can not only help you succeed on the football field, but more importantly, succeed in the game of life. But as I often remind you, knowledge is potential power. It's the consistent and focused application of that great knowledge that actually creates the results that you want. So take one of the valuable nuggets of wisdom that Coach shared with you today and go apply it to your life. And when you consistently do this, day in, day out, you will be at your next level of greatness. So, as always, I love having these conversations in the huddle. If there is anything that resonates with you, send Coach and I a message. Love to hear what resonated with you. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will chat next time in the huddle. Have a great day, everyone.